Today I'm brought you guys the best Blender add-ons that you probably missed in the last few days, from tools to populate crowded areas with humans, stylized human water, also weight painting, physics, cameras, in addition to other things. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. In some great news, Polygonic, the developers behind some of the best Blender add-ons, dropped a human library called Humaniq, which is a character asset library for Blender that gives you access to a large collection of ready-to-use human models, packing 119 human assets, 16 additional item assets, and 2 crowd generator presets into a single library. To be clear, the price of the assets alone is way higher than the price of the add-on, so I think this is an absolute deal. The characters come fully rigged, textured, UV unwrap, and optimized for both Eevee and cycles, making them suitable I think for ArchViz, animation, and generally speaking, any large-scale environment scenes. One of the standout features is the built-in crowd generator, which can automatically populate areas with people while offering controls for direction, collision handling, and object snapping, which can help a lot. The library also includes colorized layers, letting you quickly adjust colors and tones of things like clothing and other character elements without manually editing any textures. Combined with its categorized asset browser and a wide range of ready-to-use people, I think Humaniq is gonna help you as an artist feel different scenes with believable crowds and different backgrounds too. And you can do this in just minutes, rather than spending hours creating each one from scratch. Now, let me tell you about Stylized River Generator, which is a geometry nodes tool that lets you create, I would say, really beautifully stylized rivers by simply drawing a curve. Also, I noticed a wave of stylized add-ons recently, and this one is really nice. So from that simple path, it automatically generates flowing water that reacts to the terrain. I mean, it is slow on flat sections, faster on slopes, and even creates waterfalls on steep drops. It can also procedurally populate riverbanks with rocks, trees, flowers, plants, and grass, while giving you a lot of control over different parameters. You know, like density, randomization, and asset collections. On top of that, the water dynamically interacts with rocks and custom obstacles to generate foam and turbulence automatically, which is expected for making scenes feel much more alive. Also, as a bonus, the developer included a procedural tree generator, making it handy for quickly building stylized rivers next to some natural stylized environments on the go. On the other hand, Piemaster is an add-on that lets you build your own custom pie menus, also drop menus and floating panels from scratch, and they actually look really cool by the way. This in fact can help you a lot, because you want your favorite tools to always just be a hotkey away. I mean, instead of being limited by Blender's default UI, or even shortcuts, you can customize the layout, colors, icons, animations, shortcuts, and even create nested pie menus with context-sensitive buttons, which can change depending on the active object or mode. It also supports sliders, color pickers, property controls, and many other different things. And this, as you can imagine, lets you combine everything into one personalized interface that fits your workflow. The add-on, by the way, is built using Blender's GPU drawing system, which actually offers a modern and highly customizable menu system designed to speed up different things, you know, like modeling, animation, sculpting, and just any workflow that you can use inside Blender. Dynamic Grabber is another interesting add-on that can definitely make object placement feel much more natural, because it does a few things really well. Things like letting you grab, move, and drop objects with real-time physics directly in the viewport. Because we're all tired of manually positioning every prop or assets manually. Instead, you can let gravity and collisions do the work. And to be honest, this makes it great for mundane tasks like filling baskets, arranging product shots, scattering debris, or creating realistic piles of objects. It also supports, by the way, multiple collision types for balancing speed and accuracy. Also, it has lightweight proxy collisions for high poly meshes, also dynamic drop and keyframe recording to bake simulations into animations, in addition to a carry content feature, which lets you move stacked or connected objects together. Overall, I think it is a fast and a simple add-on that can make your work a little bit easier. Weight Paint Box is another Blender add-on built to make character skinning and weight painting much less time consuming. It basically expands on Blender's native weight painting tools with a collection of specialized brushes and utilities for tasks like smoothing weights, cleaning up problematic areas, transferring weights, mirroring weight data, locking and managing vortex groups, and quickly adjusting influence values. If you take away one thing from this tool, it basically gets you, let's say, a streamlined workflow focused on speeding up rigging and skinning work. So if you are a character artist or a rigger who spends a lot of time refining deformations, this can help you achieve cleaner results with fewer repetitive manual fixes. Now let me tell you about the 100 Ultimate Terrains bundle, which dropped just recently. It is basically an environment creation pack, which gives you a huge library for ready-made landscapes, ranging from mountains, deserts, and canyons to snowy regions, forests, valleys, and other natural environments. And the developer's intent is clear. Instead of sculpting terrains from scratch, you can quickly drop in a terrain, customize it, and start building scenes, in addition to matte painting and different things for games, VFX, or ArchViz projects. And to be honest, you can create these terrains yourself, but at what cost? I would say it's gonna take you much more than this add-on, I can tell you this much. So the trade here is speed and flexibility, while providing high-quality terrain assets that can be used as a starting point. At the same time, this gives you plenty of freedom to modify materials, vegetation, lighting, and environment details to match your own version. On the other hand, the Metahuman Dna Importer is actually a great add-on for Blender, especially if you want to customize metahumans in Blender without finding through a complicated import process. I mean, it supports both classic, Quixel Bridge metahumans and the latest Unreal Engine to Blender exports, automatically importing the character's meshes, materials, textures, skeletons, and facial controls in Blender. So from the end panel, you can build the character step by step, choose different texture resolutions and LODs, generate a rigified rig for animation, and even import multiple metahumans into the same project. And in a recent minor update, it lets you create reusable DNA pack asset libraries, so things like hairstyles, eyebrows, and beards can be saved once and applied to other metahumans in a short period of time. So the whole point is, instead of rebuilding rigs or even reconfiguring characters every time, you can edit metahumans directly in Blender while preserving their DNA data for compatibility with Unreal Engine. It also supports facial control panels, organized asset management, and clean integration with Epic's Metahuman pipeline, which I guess makes it a solid tool if you are a game developer or anyone who needs characters really. On the other hand, View2Cam is a simple but really useful Blender add-on that lets you instantly turn your current viewport view into an actual camera. So, instead of manually creating a camera and trying to match what you're seeing in the viewport, the add-on creates and aligns the camera to your exact perspective with a single click, which sounds too good to be true. But this actually makes it much faster to set up shots, explore compositions, create camera angles for renders, and iterate on scene layouts. So the takeaway is, whether you are working on environment art, maybe ArchViz, maybe concept visualization or animation, this add-on actually helps you with one of Blender's most common tasks, which is boring to be honest sometimes, by making the transition from viewport to creating camera setups almost effortless. Now let me tell you about Kimodo Blender Bridge, which is also a new add-on that brings NVIDIA's Kimodo AI animation system directly in your workflow. So if you ever heard of this NVIDIA animation model, you can generate character animations from simple text prompts without leaving Blender. And here's the thing, instead of juggling Python scripts, terminals, and BVH imports, everything happens inside the clean panel where you can type prompts like a person picks up a box or someone jogs in a circle and instantly creates motion on your rig. It also includes automatic installation of Kimodo environment, multi-propped animation sequences with smooth transitions, also random motion variations, retargeting tools for different character rigs, For body, also hand and foot constraints, generation history, in addition to other things. Also even better, once everything is installed, it runs completely offline, with the AI model stored in your own machine, making it more practical and safe for whatever you are creating, especially if you want to keep your stuff private. Also, you don't even have to pay for credits, which is even better. And there you have it, guys. If you are interested in these add-ons, you will find all the necessary links in the description. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.